Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where I break down all the goals scored in the Premier League, using my over 20 plus years coaching experience and doing many other things, coaching all over the world and being involved in the old football. I'll give you a different insight that people on TV, who normally get it wrong, don't normally give you, and also hopefully you can take something away to become a better player or a better coach yourself. Especially if you want to become a better player, there's lots of little insights I'll give you that'll help you along the way. Now, today we're doing Chelsea against Newcastle. Quite frankly, I'm quite shocked Chelsea won. They might actually be turning the turning the corner and becoming a half decent football team. Well, maybe not. There's a couple of things I want to show you about this Newcastle though, because I watched a little bit of this game and I'm happy I did, because the highlights don't show you exactly what Newcastle were doing wrong. This first goal does, but the next goal that Chelsea scored is for the exact same reason. Right, so watch this. As this ball comes across here, Bosch, he's got the ball. There's no real danger. You can see right here, first of all, I'm not happy with any of their body shapes at all. This guy's defending and the bloody striker's behind him. How are you letting the striker be behind you? You know he's there because he's pushing you. God, I don't know how they get away with this. It's just awful defending, right? When this ball comes in, though, it comes to this little wee man here. Now, this is interesting because he's looking down here and he sees there's nobody here. Absolutely nobody. So that means he can take a touch and find a pass. And he doesn't do that. What he chooses to do instead, so he hits this clearance, watch this rubbish, dosh, and it goes straight to a Chelsea player. Later on, he does another clearance and it goes, it's awful. He's got loads of time, he shanks it, goes out for a throw-in, and they score on the next goal. But you don't get to see that, and I wouldn't have known it unless I was actually watching the game. But then we get this really tame, poor shot from Chelsea. And this is just, it's kind of funny as well that he's got all this time and space. Now, when I saw this real time, I actually thought it went straight in. But this little wee man takes a little bit of a nick. And I think the keeper should have done better because there's absolutely no pace on this ball. Look at that. No pace on the ball. And that flick there beats the keeper. Even still, there's no pace on this. The keeper should be getting this all day long. It's just a shocking little goal to concede because that defender gives the ball away so easily. And that's one of the things that certain standards you can't do, right? You just can't smash the ball away as a defender hoping that something lucky is going to happen and it's not going to fall to the feet of the other team and they're just not going to hit it into the net box, because they did. I want you to have a little quick look, because that's what he's seeing. He's seeing there. He's playing a no-look pass over to here. Terrible. Take a touch, find something, see what you can do, and maybe then find touch. Even though last time you did, they scored from it because you weren't paying attention. But yeah, this is just shocking. Just hitting the ball, hoping, look, Bosch. Then he's looking, oh, what have I done with it? Where's it gone? For no reason. That is just shocking defending. Absolute shocking. Chelsea lose the ball here in the midfield, building up to this goal. And there's so many issues that's going on here. We used to have the saying, you can throw a little blanket over the team. Remember, they had the ball and they're trying to build out and trying to pass the ball forward. Now, I'll sell this 100 times and people still won't understand it. You cannot pass the ball without shape. There is no shape here, okay? There is no width. There is no depth. There is nothing here to help them pass the ball out. Not only is that, there's no actual structure to their shape. So if they lose the ball here in transition, they're in all sorts of trouble, and they do lose the ball. There's a little dink pass over here to this wee chappie. I think his name's Isaac. He's actually a quite good striker. He's one to watch. He's got a good finish on him. This is what everyone thought Jackson was going to be like. Because this guy, you give him half a chance and he'll score 2 goals. He's pretty decent. But not only that, you can see that there's no Chelsea players really close enough to do anything to him or get, put in a challenge. And that's just poor. Look at these midfielders. Everyone seems to be bunched together. There's 3 players right here after they lose the ball and they all get beaten by one simple pass. Because again, their structure and their system just isn't there yet on Chelsea. And Pochettino's had all season to get this and he just still hasn't. The same things are still going wrong with Chelsea. I want to comment, just before this guy takes the shot, you can see how much of a gap there is between the defender and the striker. And that is too much space. Far too much space right there. You cannot have that gap. And again, he's not really trying to challenge him. He's stopping him there, thinking he's going to go around him or dribble him. Why are you holding the space? You need to be pressuring that ball, and he's not. He stood there. This is an epidemic that's going through the Premier League. The amount of players, defenders especially, that stand off and let them shoot. Look, he just lets him push, put it into goal. Boof. Quality finish, great finish. But the defender's not even trying to win the ball. He's like trying to hold him up. It's just terrible. Okay, so this is the goal that same thing happened. He smashed the ball out over here, shanked it, goes out for a throw in, ball comes in and they start playing. But as we all know, if you watched my channel before, or if you're new here, when some idiot in the Premier League puts their arm up, tells somebody else to mark a player, chances are in the next 5 seconds, someone's going to score a goal. Yes, you're terrible at the football, mate. This is how bad this guy is at football, right? I'm going to show you this. There's so many problems here. First off, he needs to be putting pressure on the ball, or him. Or him. He could, a little bit, but not much. Like he could come in here and try to stop the pass. And they need what's called creating a dynamic pressure pocket and everyone stepping forward. But I want you to watch this guy's body language right here. Watch this. Bonk. He's paused and stopped like he's defending the ball from back here. And he's pointed to mark this player here, who he's not bothered to mark. He's told somebody else to do it. Not only did that player not do it, because no one ever does, by the way, when you tell somebody else to mark a player, they don't do it. You do it. If you see a player that needs to be marked, go and mark him. That's what you need to do. Easy pass in between the lines, though. Bosh. Now the player that he was just, telling somebody else to mark, it's just had an easy pass because there's no pressure on the ball. That's why these guys had to step up and apply the pressure. Because if you give players at this standard that much time on the ball, they will pick a pass, even if Pochettino's messing their team up. But, then that's what they do. He finds it in the little half space, bosh, and he puts it into the back of the net box. All simply from zero pressure on the ball from here. Look at how much time this guy's got. Simple little running behind. No one tracks the run. No one puts pressure on the ball. And it's an easy, easy goal for Chelsea. Yes, Mudryk scores this goal. Yes, he's still terrible at football. Yes, this is still lucky by him. Because quite frankly, if he wasn't bang, dead centre in the middle of the goal when he received this ball running, he would have run the ball out of bounds like he normally does. Right? So as he comes running in here, I'd like to say it's a bit poor defending from Newcastle, but it's kind of one of those weird runs where he's absolutely no control over the ball whatsoever. The ball just seems to be sticking to his feet as he's running. And because of his blistering pace, he does a little touch here, and he beats the Newcastle player running, straight away there. And then he just keeps running, and that's all he does. And the only thing that this guy can do, he can run. He can't really do much of anything else. As I said, if this wasn't bang straight in the middle of the goal, he would have missed it. So he almost does, though, because he goes round the keeper, uses his pace again. Does do a little jink by putting the keeper down onto the ground. Good job, good job. Goes round him and slots it into the net box, into an open goal. But again, if he wasn't down the middle of the field, he would have messed that up. That was just sheer, pure pace that beat everybody there because they all stood still. That's all it really was. Not much to really say about this last goal because it's just a quality strike, and I'm happy to see those. But again, there's bad defending before the quality strike. Watch this Chelsea player overcommit and get rolled so simply by this pass as it comes in. He tries to step in and nick the ball. Bit of strength from the Newcastle player. Completely does him. It's too easy. First off, he shouldn't be diving in there anyway because there's no one covering him from behind him. I don't know what he thinks he's doing. Like, you just can't do that. This guy then just beats him, has a touch, and hits a rocket into the top corner. Just absolutely flies in. It's a quality goal. Dosh, have some of that. But that's just from bad defending again. Other than that, I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.